I feel like electronic media is pretty interesting. It's pretty fascinating. It's around us everywhere. But for students like us, we know it goes deeper than that. This includes the 5 criteria. That would be integration, interactivity, hypermedia, immersion, and narrativity. These criteria are basically the base level for how different forms of media will be expressed. Today I'm going to be talking about the series of The Walking Dead. Not only its television series, but its comic book series and its game series, and how they're all connected through different media. And even though this show put in hundreds of millions of views, there's still some areas of the series that I want to highlight. I feel like the series leaves an interesting trail of hypermedia across various platforms, and also has various elements of interactivity. I'll just put this out there: if y'all have not watched The Walking Dead and are planning to and or are watching it, there are spoilers in this, so be mindful. The series was based on the original comic books from 2003, and we can see how this is leaving a trail over various forms of media. There are several installments of the series, including Rick Grimes 2000, which is basically about the same characters, just in an alternate universe with lightsabers. Hypermedia, to simply put it, is the ability to link different objects and elements in media to leave a path of personal connection. We can see how the comics then track to the television series as a reenactment of the comic books. We can see how different elements in this show, such as the series and visual elements, track back to the original comic books. In this clip right here, we can see the death of Glenn by Negan as he gets his head bashed in with a baseball bat. Crazy stuff. Also, this is pretty graphic, but it's for my assignment, so if you don't like it, turn away.
I need you to know me. So, back to it.
Personally, I watched the clip. I watched the whole series, a great series, to be honest. But when I seen that, I feel like it's things about series like that that make the viewers want to keep watching it. And just what makes it that piece of media its own. But even with that clip, we can see the connection from the original comics to the cinematic view. The creators of the original comics also created another series with the young teen girl named Clementine. From this comic series, a whole nother game series was created, which goes on to tell her story and focuses on her timeline. And yet again, we can see how another personal link is created from the authors of the original comics and to these games being created about their comics. Of course, they did have a hand in the creation of the games. We can look at the game with an even bigger lens and see that the game has various elements of interactivity throughout the game. Interactivity is known as the user's ability to change or alter the media that they interact with. And we can see this by the games themselves, as they tell us the stories are tailored by how the user plays. So the different decisions that the user makes can unfold the story in a different way from another user. Through the game, there are a whole lot more different interactive elements, such as movement of the characters, and especially quick time events, which prompt the user to put in a special input of buttons in a short window of time. The different decisions that the user makes for the characters can lead to different types of cutscenes and essentially alter the course of the story. I want to tie interactivity into our text from Wagner to Virtual Reality. Chapter 12 in the book covers responsive elements. We learn about how one's environment can change around them based on the decisions that they make and how they interact with their environment. We can think of it as a maze in a composed environment where the user interacts with their environment with different inputs, In this context, the user enters the maze when they start making decisions for the characters. One decision leads to another. One set of dialogue options leads to another set of dialogue options, and so on. You go on from there, and you play the story out.
Yo, bro.
Bro, what's up?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You look like you.
What's up?
You sound and look like you reading off a script, bro. Can you put some effort in?
Bro, I'm just. Bro, can you let me finish, bro?
Man, you might as well just redo the whole thing, bro.
Can you let me finish, bro?
Bro.
Alright then, bro. Man. Listen, man,
They've been practicing for hours, bro. I can't.
The main takeaway from this chapter is that response is the medium. We're now moving into the cybernetic age, in which man learns that to control his environment, he must cooperate with it. He not only participates, but actually recreates his environment, both physical and metaphysical, and in turn is conditioned by it. That's a quote from Gene Youngblood. I feel like this is pretty relatable in our society today, because every day we interact with our environment in so many different ways now, technologically and physically. And he's right. We're gonna have to learn to communicate with, cooperate with our technology at some point. But yeah, y'all should definitely check out The Walking Dead in your free time. Definitely worth it. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely worth it. Play the game too. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever. I'm out.